everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back doing another M19 Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Wow, this is a strong pack. Good rare, awesome uncommons, very good removal. I might just take the Lich's Caress. It is 5 mana, but kill anything and gain life. It's kind of doing double duty towards everything you want. But yeah, I mean, Scholar and Herald of Faith are crazy good. And like I said, I actually really like the Graveyard Marshal a lot too. That's a strong, really strong 2-drop. Makes me want to get back into. It's 2 tick. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that the card is 2 tickets. It's very good. Jeez. Why does this pack have to have everything good in it? When Shock is like the worst of the good cards, you know that you've got a really good pack. I'm going to go Lich's Caress. That's tough, but kill anything, gain life is pretty strong. All right, the best card here. We've got this Dark Dweller Oracle. Let's see what I don't think it's the best card, but it's a good card. Another active treason synergy. Could just take the Sleep. It's probably the best card here. Yeah. No good black card. All right. Tap all your dudes. Get in there. Your dude's done on tap. Get in there again. Pretty good. Bloodletter is pretty excellent. Probably the best card here. Yeah. I mean, there's also a Harpy, but I think I like the Bloodletter more. And there are life gain synergies, so it's nice to pick them up when you can. I like Explosive Apparatus, but I'd rather have the Bloodletter, I think. Some removal you take over premium creatures, but some creatures you take over removal. And that is really the subjective part of drafting, I would say. What do you like more than what else? Like, I wouldn't fault anybody for taking Horizon Scholar or Herald of Faith over Lich's Caress, but Lich's Caress to me is a very premium piece of removal. Deal with anything, gain life, even at 5 mana. Very good. Taking Bloodletter. So we can take Totally Lost. We can take... There's a Disperse, Frilled Sea Serpent. Best card is probably the Courser. Totally Lost is fine. I still don't think I like Fiery Finish very much. You pay 1 more than Lich's Caress, don't necessarily deal with everything, and don't gain life. And it's uncommon. I just don't understand. So, yeah. I think we just take the best card in the pack, which is probably just Pegasus Courser by quite a bit. Lets you get right over top. It's a real game winner. I think that's why I love it so much. Could be the sign we're looking for. So now there's Child of Night in black. We have Gallant Cavalry. We have Starcrowned Stag. I might just take the Stag. I like Cavalry too. But I think Stag's probably the best card. Gearsmith Guardian might actually be the best card. 5 mana, 5/5, oftentimes. That's actually true. I'm going Guardian. I like Stag too, but I'm looking at the fact that I have Sleep as wow. 6th pick Lich's Caress. That's unexpected. I love Skilled Animator too, and it's early enough where we could probably make it work, but taking the Caress. I'd like to make blue work. We'll see if it happens. Like here we can take Omen Speaker, which is a card I like a lot anyway. Great card, especially for a deck like this where it does kind of everything you want. Blocks early, and then helps your card quality early too. Taking it over Disperse. I think Abnormal Endurance is a good card. Particularly good with some of the creatures we already have, the Bloodletter and this Omen Speaker. Very good with that. But take an Omen Speaker. Okay. All right. I'll get convinced. We'll try and just pull the trigger on a blue-black. I don't know if I've played blue-black yet in this format too. All right. Scholar is actually 2/3 bodies. Can't stress it enough. They're good. I guess we'll take Ether Tunnel. We already kind of have a lot of evasion, but it might come in handy. Getting the apparatus back is very good. Blue has the... I mean, this is one of the best cards you can pair with that skilled artificer dude. We'll take the Duress. I just think it's highly unlikely we're going to play the Manolith, and Duress is a good sideboard card to have. Take the Prodigy. Don't really want to play it. Getting these... All right. Getting all this late blue is good. We only have 3 black cards, but 2 of them are pretty premium removal, so I'm digging it. Last pick Satyr Enchanter. That's not much of a signal when you're like, yeah, you can just go ahead and play these 2 specific colors. Palladium Ore. If only I were one of the 2 colors in this card. This card is... Flying Vigilance Trample. Yeah, it's pretty good mashup. I bet it's not worth anything, isn't it? 40 cents. It's actually could be worse. Take the Pioneer here, but probably just take the Strangling Spore. Strangle some things. I think Neonate's very good. But we'll take the Spores. I really like this Dismissive Pyromancer a lot. That card is sweet. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet either, unfortunately, but I really like it. Otherwise, what do we have? We have probably Doom Dissenter, or it could just take the Meteor Golem, which I actually do like. I think Meteor Golem's fine. It's expensive, but I think it's proven itself to be a pretty good card. Kind of just an ace in the hole at the late game. Having a problem dealing with something, okay, I can deal with anything. There's a Doom Dissenter, which I actually think is a good card too, but I'm going to take the Golem over it. I wish Fraying Omnipotence was one-sided, unfortunately, as I learned the hard way. It is not. All right, we'll take Scholar of Stars. Vine Mare is crazy good. Just really insane to me that this is actually a card now in Magic. 4 mana, 5 power. Okay, already good. Hexproof. What? Oh, and can't be blocked by black creatures. Let's just throw more abilities on top of an already hyper-efficient card. Creatures are getting too good, guys. I'm sorry. They've gotten too efficient. The game has changed. Abnormal Endurance. I think we'll take it over Cancels. Or we could take the... Actually... It might make more sense to take the Doom Dissenter. We're kind of gearing up where I'm a little bit concerned about having enough creatures. Maybe I shouldn't be, but... Because Cancel is fine, too. But, like I said, I actually like Doom Dissenter. It's a good 2-drop for what we're trying to do. All right, what does Epicure do for us? We have Bloodletter, some Caresses. Other than that, it's a 4/4 at 5 mana. Might just take the Child of Night, but as some people have pointed out, 2/1s not so good. I feel as though we're not going to have enough early game, so I think I am going to take the Child of Night. Guess it's good with the Ether Tunnel. So here we have some options. Harpy, Archer. I think I'll take the Harpy here. I wanted to try it out. There's a Submerged Boneyard too, helped mana base, but Harpy actually seems fine for us. I like that you can chump and then Chump with something on the ground and sack it. Make your Harpy a little bit bigger. Archer would be a fine pick too. Let's get a flyer. Blood Divination. We could try it. It's pretty expensive actually. The fact that you pay 4, it's a sorcery, and you have to sack a creature. That's a lot of setup you have to do. Could take another Duress. I just am not convinced we're going to need an Uncomfortable Chill for this deck because we're already kind of rocking some pretty good removal. I think we're more in the market for creatures, but I don't really like Prodigy that much in general. Certainly not for this deck. So we could take Anticipate, or we could just take a Walking Corpse, get a 2-mana 2/2. Could take the Field Creeper. We do have Scholar of Stars, so as much as I loathe 2/1s, it might actually make sense to get some. And who knows, maybe we even open another, or get another chance at the Animator. Neonate's quite good. Could take another Harpy. Neonate's good because it blocks. Harpy's good because it flies. But 2 Harpies might be unnecessary. I guess Harpy's pretty amazing with Doom Dissenter, isn't it? I like that. Neonate's one of those cards that just blocks and then slowly. I think I'd take the Neonate. That might be wrong, but I love that it just blocks and takes games over slowly but surely. All right, we'll just take the blue card. I think we're going to pass all of this. We're going to let people have all the green and white and red they want. Getting that Abnormal Endurance is good. All right, got a Corpse. All right, so the good news about our deck. Ooh. Yeah, it's actually fine. I don't know if we're going to play it. The good news about our deck, we're certainly going to have enough playables. Lack of playables is not a problem this deck has. I think I'm going to get off the Ether Tunnel plan. I don't dislike it. In fact, I argue I like it. But I'm just not sure that we need it. So here I could take Plague Mare. I think that's a pretty good effect. I would really like the Bloodletter too. And I guess those are the only 2 picks I really care about. Let's see if Remorseful Cleric is worth anything. Not that it necessarily matters. 50 cents. I'd probably just take Plague Mare. Kill things. Bloodletter, like I said, also very good. But neg 1 to everything your opponents control is pretty strong. Even if you're not killing them, just making them weak before you attack is pretty nice. So we could take the Epicure now. I'm actually okay with that. We do have a few ways to gain life. Otherwise, we could take a second Explosive Apparatus. Maybe that's okay. We probably have enough finishers, actually, between Guardian, Bog Stomper, and Meteor Golem. Maybe we don't need the Epicure. But I guess Epicure and Neonate is so good. Okay. We have enough life gain synergy where I'm going to try it. Another Sleep? Jeez. Probably just have to do that. And that's a deck at this point. I'm not sure what I want my cuts to be. We might not have enough artifacts for the Scholar, so maybe that's a potential thing we can upgrade in here. And then if we're cutting Scholar, we probably want to upgrade the Field Creeper too. The problem is then we're down to 2 blue creatures, which makes our Gearsmith Guardian much worse. Or is it 3 blue creatures? Still makes our Gearsmith Guardian a lot worse. Even I guess a 5-mana 3/5 is not like the worst thing in the world, but if we don't have enough blue, I'm not sure a 5-mana 3/5 is better than what we've got going on here in black. Here's a good pack. Probably take the Departed Deckhand. 2-mana unblockable dude. I guess not completely unblockable, but mostly unblockable. Otherwise, we could take the Pioneer. good for the Scholar of Stars and the Gearsmith Guardian, but Deckhand's still good for the Gearsmith Guardian, so let's just swap out for now. Well, I guess we don't have to swap yet. Let's just put the Deckhand in, because we're happy to have it. Alright, now I think we take Wind Mage, which is more Gearsmith Guardian synergy, and at this point, maybe we just swap these two out. Don't need them. Bring in the Wind Mage. Looking better. Epicure number 2. Probably don't need it, but otherwise I could take the Apparatus. What's our removal? We have an Apparatus. We have Abnormal Endurance. We have Double Sleep. Double Lich's Caress. Probably don't need the second Apparatus, do we? But do we even need a second Epicure? Probably not either. So maybe we just take the removal for that reason. But maybe I play the second Epicure over the Guardian. Like maybe it's a Guardian upgrade. Or a Boggs. You know what? I'll just take it. I think there's a way we can make it come in here. All right, Disperse is pretty good. We'd probably take the Macabre Bolts. Get an Apparatus anyway, or probably don't need a Frilled Sea Serpent. I think we're totally good on our top end. Don't need the Scholar still. We'll take the Apparatus now, see if we can make it work. I'm just going to take this foil land because it's cool. The best card here, probably like a Sure Strike. Don't need any of this. Just take the rare. Minotaur maybe could be a problem. Alright, so I like what we've got going on here. Got a lot of good stuff going on. We'll go for the Epicure plan, probably over the Bog Stomper. I got to do a count of blue creatures. We're probably low enough where maybe I don't do the Guardian or the Bog Stomper, but then do we have enough finishers? I don't want to cut too many of my finishers either. I can only afford to cut probably 2 creatures. Alright, let's get this all squared away. Okay, so I think the plan is to cut. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue creatures for Gearsmith Guardian. Let's probably just cut it. Probably cut the Bog Stomper. We're down to 15 creatures. We have double Epicure, Meteor Golem, and then do we have enough ways to win? How much evasion do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flyers is not incredible, but it's not bad either. And then I have to make one more cut. I kind of do want to keep the Macabre Bolts around this time. I could probably cut a Walking Corpse, but I like having all this early game, but I'd probably rather have a Scholar get a 2/3 instead, because we're not beat down. And Walking Corpse just feels like a card you can cut. It takes us to 14 creatures, though. So another option is to... And I guess with double sleep, we probably want 15 creatures. So maybe it just makes sense to cut. How much synergy do we have with Abnormal Endurance in here? We have the Omen Speaker that it's good with. It's pretty good with Child of Night. It's good with Doom Dissenter. It's good with Plague Mare. It's good with Bloodletter. And it's great with Meteor Golem, too. That's pretty cool, actually. All right, it's got enough cool synergies where I want to keep it around. Maybe we just cut one of the Apparati. And that way, we still have Apparatus, Endurance, Strangling Spores, Double Lich's Crest, Double Sleep. We have all the creatures we want. I think this is good. I'm satisfied. I think this can do some work for us. So, we probably end up doing... We could do 10-7. But no, we actually need the... I think we might have to do 9-8, which I'm not in love with, but the thing is, we actually do need the blue on turn 2. I really want to play a Departed Deckhand, like, immediately. Same with Omen Speaker. Omen Speaker on turn 2 is pretty essential when you have it in your opening hand. you really want to set that card quality up as early as possible. So this is it. Cool deck. Looks like a lot of fun. We can deal with pretty much everything. And we have some synergies too. So, all right. Blue-black. We'll see you round one. Round one. We have the choice. Playing first. Keeping. Decent hand. Needs a little help. That is some help. All right. Let's start her off with the... I guess the... Child, probably. Could have done the deckhand, I suppose, too. Huh. Well, drawing that makes this attack a little bit better. We'll get it back eventually. So then we'll play the Bloodletter and pass. Boggart Brute. Alright. So we can Strangling Spore it, but probably okay with just playing a Scholar here. Okay. Hmm. Let's just play the deckhand and pass. Leave up the Abnormal Endurance. No attacks. Hmm. So, can attack with the deckhand and the Bloodletter. Leave up Strangling Spore and Abnormal Endurance. I think the only reason I'm doing this is because I have the sleep. Sure. Hmm. So I can block the Valiant Knight. And Strangling Spore it. Then we take 10. Or I can just block the Ogre and kill a Boggart Brute. That's probably the best. Because then we can Macabre Waltz if we have to as well. Wind Mage too. They could deal 9 to us. But we'd have lethal next turn with the abnormal endurance. Otherwise, I can go Macabre Waltz and get back the Child of Night. Because the lifelink throws off their math a little bit. And still, I guess we technically don't have lethal, though, if I do it that way. I kind of like getting the lifelinker back, though. I think it, like I said, it kind of throws off their combat math a little bit. We have to discard as well, though. And if I play the Wind Mage, we get... I think I'm going to the Wind Mage. We're going to go for the lethal route here. Because they can give double strike, but that's not lethal. Hmm. 3 cards in hand. 5 mana. But we need to connect with everything for it to be lethal. Hmm. Not in love with that. Man, I really wish I could cast Sleep right now. So another option is to just... I mean, the fact that they didn't give a double strike is pretty telling that they have something, I think. But I may have backed myself into a corner I can't get out of now. Yeah, because if I just Macabre Waltz Child of Night and they do have removal, they can just kill it and then kill me. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I think the problem was basically not getting second blue. I think second blue would have just been the difference between winning it. Not, I don't think. Not having blue here was the difference between winning or losing. So that was tough. But hopefully we can see our second blue in game 2 because sleep just wins. Sideboard. We have Duresses. Probably not worth it against an aggro deck. It seems like a bad idea. Comfortable Chill's probably okay, to be honest. But I think we'll run it back the same way. So I guess I should have not attacked. And then we probably would have been fine. Opponent mauls to 5. They're rolling out pretty good for a mull to 5. I think, unfortunately, them drawing the Anaki Ogre is pretty bad for us. I guess Snapping Drake does sort of help, though. I have to use Cobwaltz in some beneficial way here. I think if I play my land, then I can't really effectively use the Macabre Waltz, but then I can't use the Harpy either. Our opponent is absolutely wrecking us on a mull to 5. I'm pretty impressed. That's crazy. All right, if they attack with everything, we got to find a way to make lethal on the back swing, and then we're okay. So that means as long as our Epicure and our Snapping Drake live, we can win. So can we make that happen? I think that we can, because they have no cards left in hand. Yeah. So we just need our two biggest guys to live, which means we just need to block their two biggest guys, and then we win. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So the attack was greedy on their part. I like it because we win now, but definitely a greedy attack. So barely beat a Mulda 5. That's pretty troubling. Jeez. Maybe we do want the apparatus. Yeah, we probably do. Hmm. They have a bunch of 2 toughness stuff. I don't know what to cut though. It might be like a meteor golem, something super expensive that doesn't even block their stuff very effectively. All right. Going down to 14 creatures, I'm not thrilled about. I mean, we could cut a sleep as well, but it's too good. But going to 14 creatures with sleep's pretty bad. Hmm. I don't think Harpy's very good. Maybe in general, but maybe in our deck or maybe against our opponent. One of those three, or one or all of those three. Meteor Golem is just so expensive that I think I'm going to cut it. But it's so good with abnormal endurance. Mm. Let's just go to 14 creatures, which I'm not thrilled about. See what happens. All right, good hand. That's good news. The turn 2 motivator is a bit strange. Hmm. Well, nice thing about Gargoyle Sentinel is it's not that intimidating. They have to, for an aggro deck. I mean, it's a great card. The fact that they have to pay for it is pretty relevant. It's also not a spirit, right? Yeah, good. Hmm. I forgot we have Lich's Caress because this is the first time that we've seen it, even though we have two. Okay. So, I think we'll just kill the Boggart Brood here. Hmm. This is a little bit awkward. Only because I think we'll just do this. Trying to hold off on both of those spells until... Because them just paying 3 for Sentinel is not so bad for us. Like, granted, we're getting beaten down, but I don't know, it's... Yeah. Trying to bide my time here. Sure. Alright, now we can just sleep, I guess. And the beauty is, even if they have a kill spell, we've got the abnormal endurance here. I guess that makes sense. That's truly an unfortunate one for us. Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one. Yep. So I guess we can caress and leave up abnormal endurance. So wondering if I think the problem is we have to take care of the vigilance. Mm, 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 mm. So kill the Pyromancer, get in for 3. They've got the Motivator though, huh? I think we just go Apparatus, go. Hmm. All right. See you in the next round. Round 2, we'll play first. Keep. Yeah, I suppose we can keep both of those. Feel that means we're going to be missing a land drop for at least a turn, but maybe that's okay. So I could use the abnormal endurance to get that off the board. I suppose I do. I may just play the Plague Mare to get a Grey Ogre on the board there. That might be a good idea. At least it can't be blocked by white creatures. Hmm. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is we can kill the animator. Bad news is that puts him quite a bit ahead on the race. I was kind of hoping they had a few more white creatures. Make this Plague Mare actually good. Well, I guess now all we need is our Plague Mare to die, and then we can Macabre Bolts and wipe their board once we get back the Plague Mare or whatever, so maybe it's not the end of the world here. Epicure of Blood is not bad either, actually. So I think we get in with the Plague Mare. Play the Epicure and then pass. Oh, that's too bad for us. It's actually the first time I've seen that card played. Pretty lucky to get a victory there. Sleep is not being as good as I'd kind of hoped it would be. I mean, granted, it helped in our victory there, but we had to we still had to top deck to victory, essentially. So I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about sleep and whether or not I like it, either in this deck or in general. Could bring in another apparatus. I don't think that's necessary. I think Plague Mare is probably one of the strongest cards in our deck against our opponent. Because they have multiple X1s. Yeah, I think this is it. This is a good hand. I think we actually open it with the Child of Night. Could have opened it with the Omen Speaker, I suppose, but it's probably not necessary. So we'll do the Bloodletter now. I guess because they're not attacking. So now we just go Omen Speaker. We have a 5th land, and the Plague Mare is going to be... I mean, I guess we want to build towards this Meteor Golem. That's true. We could probably do that anyway, though. Let's just keep the Plague Mare, not the other land. And then we'll chill, because we can still play the Lich's Caress, too. So, alright. If we have to, of course. Divination. Daybreak Chaplain, sure. So, the Daybreak Chaplain with Marauder's Axe is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Show is. Oh, they're attacking now. Okay. I see, I see. Guess that makes sense. So I can attack with the Child and the Bloodletter. And if I play the Plague Mare, it's pretty good. This is actually fine. Because I think that Daybreak Chaplain's a lot more dangerous. If I play the Plague Mare before I attack, they don't block. But now that they do block, we get a nice... I guess it's only a 2 for 2. But I would say it's a pretty valuable 2 for 2. I would argue a pretty valid one, since Marauder's Axe with Daybreak Chaplain is a problem. It still sort of looks like a race we could theoretically win here. The Marauder's Axe is a problem. Hopefully this Meteor Golem can deal with that. Knight of the Tusk. Well, guess we slay that guy because Vigilance is good. Well, at least they have a lot of white creatures. I'm wondering if they even attack the Courser now. They probably don't, which means Plague Mare is going to do some work. They still do. All right. That's good news for us, actually, because we're handily winning this race. Currently. There's no guarantee that's forever. All right. So we get in with these two. No cards left in their hand, which I would argue is pretty relevant. And next turn with the apparatus, we can deal 2. Say they swing with everything, which they might, and we might just take it all, because we can smash back for... we're 1 short! The Alex Stephenson always 1 short of lethal. Yeah, now they're like, no. No, 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 no. Which is sensible. I'm not gonna kill anything there, so... Now we just get in with the Plague Mare. Do we even need to play the Snapping Drake? Because then I can't use the Neonate. Do I care? Not especially. Well, they don't have lethal. Still not attacking. But they do have a blocker now for our Plague Mare, which is relevant. But the problem is now they can't block our Snapping Drake. And we can kill their Courser. Let's see. I think we can just kill him with a neonate and an apparatus now. Yeah. Because you can't equip creatures. Could have slept as well, I suppose. Alright. See you in round 3. Round 3, we have a good hand here. Omen Speaker makes his hand look a lot better than it should. Uh-oh. I think we'll just bottom the island. We'll keep the swamp for the Lich's Caress. I have a feeling we're going to be needing it. Uh-oh. That's not good. That guy seems pretty good. Alright. We'll go Drake to block the boar. And we're going to have to Lich's Caress that big fat Hydra. They're playing the can't be blocked by more than one creature deck. Well, that's too bad for us. Alright, so we go kill Hydra, attack with Harpy, pass. Alright, it's a pretty excellent draw actually. So we go Dissenter, Deckhand, Neonate, attack with Harpy, pass. So we block Boar, sack it to the Harpy. Giant spider. Alright. It's actually just fine. So get in with the deckhand, play the bloodletter. And leave up the neonate as well as the harpy. Okay. Didn't give it haste though, which is pretty unexpected. So I think we just block with the Omen Speaker, sack the harpy. Use neonate. Normal endurance. I don't want to attack with too many things. Because we may need some blockers. I think we just attack with the deckhand here, actually. Leave up the abnormal endurance. I think we probably have lethal next turn with abnormal endurance and departed deckhand. I'm not 100% on that. Hmm. Alright, so red-green beats. We beat a pretty good turn progression there, too. Turn 2, Cowl. Turn 3, 4-3. Turn 4, 4-4. We had to take care of some big fat fatties there, so... Apparatus certainly looks less good. Guardian actually looks really good. It's expensive, but 3-5 against everything we saw was good. So even if it's not a 5-5, it's going to be good against the littler things. But yeah, Apparatus really doesn't deal with anything that we saw. So maybe it's just better to bring in the dude that can block. Could do Ether Tunnel. We saw Shock, but I guess we do have a lot of 2 toughness things. Alright, let's just do it like this. We've got a good get to late game and win deck. Well, this hand's not going to do it. This hand's terrible. I'm going to keep it. Uh-oh, Lightning Mare, huh? Ooh, good timing. I guess we could attack with the Jolly Knight. We go to 22, they go to 18. They can smash back for at least 6. So we would go to 16. Probably just play the Bloodletter and pass. But then they can get in with the Boggart Brute. Guess we still pass. Draconic Disciple, huh? That one's pretty good. Deckhand's good too, actually. So let's get in there. They're actually relatively close to getting a 5/5 red dragon. Oh, well, good news for us. I mean, it's not good news that we're taking 10, but I suppose it's good news that we can deal with that. Jeez. Nice turn progression. Wow. Seems exceptionally good for my opponent. Kill that, kill that. Now I can make a dragon next turn. Classic 6-drop rare and a 7-drop rare play, huh? Sleep looks so good here, I gotta say. What an amazing card. So I guess I can sleep because even if they do the disciple in response, it still taps the dragon, so I guess we kind of have to. Yeah, land there's pretty good. Really doesn't matter. I'd probably just do it. Makes use of the... Oh, they are going to do it. They just... I don't know what that was. Just weird. I don't know what it was. So at least we can find a removal for a 5/5 dragon now. Maybe, possibly. Wow. Wow. I'm pretty surprised we got the victory there. Uh, we went 2-1. I think we were lucky too. So far my this is my first blue black deck that I played, but I was not particularly impressed. Granted, we went 2-1 like I said. It was due to a lot of luck though. I didn't think sleep played as well as I wanted it to. And you could argue, but sleep was so good there, but it basically I felt like every time we won with sleep, it was sleep into draw the thing that won us the game. It wasn't sleep win the game. It was sleep, okay, now we just need to top deck. Okay, thankfully we luckily top decked exactly what we needed to win. So, in that respect, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about sleep right now. I feel like, to be honest, last time I played sleep, I'm getting this very, very strong feeling of deja vu where it was like, sleep isn't as good as I thought it was. I'm getting it again, where it's like, sleep is not as good as I thought it was. Maybe you guys can convince me of otherwise, but yeah, so far this archetype, I don't know how I feel about it. I'll give it some more tries, but this start for it, I was not blown away by it. But got to try out some cool synergies. I just love the Vampire Neonate. What a great card. Such a strong card. Deckhand's obviously great. We did get to do the Abnormal Endurance Doom Dissenter thing, which is fun. Harpy and Doom Dissenter are made for each other as well, so that's nice synergy. And Epicure, of course, with Neonate is sweet. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back for more. We'll see you for the next one.